Hello. Today I want to talk a little bit about electricity. Now, I've always known that you can't run a 220 device on 110 volts, but there was a woman who didn't know this. She was on the internet. I saw this several years ago. She went on a website and she was talking about her mother. Her mother lived alone, and her mother insisted on staying home alone during Christmas. And she knew that her mother would cook on her 220-volt stove, and she's afraid that her mother would start a fire and burn the house down and get herself killed. So she thought that if the stove could be run on 110 volts, that it would be far less likely to start a fire. Well, a couple of men left comments. One of the men told her, said, just forget it. Said, you can't plug a 220 plug into a 110 outlet. And he said, whatever you do, don't try to hotwire it. He said, if you hotwire it and your mother is lucky, it'll just trip the breaker. He said, but if she's unlucky, it will cause the wires in the walls to overheat, which would make the insulation melt on the wires and start a fire, because if the stove was being run on 110, it would suck out all kinds of amps to get the 220 it needed. And another guy left a comment, and he's told her that she was stupid. And I remember thinking, I wish he hadn't said that, because when she reads that, it's really going to hurt her feelings. Okay, I don't think that the woman is stupid. She just doesn't know how electricity works. And let's face it, nobody knows it all. Could I walk into an operating room and perform open heart surgery? No, I would kill the person. I would kill the person. I don't know it all. You don't know it all. Nobody knows it all. So I don't think that woman is stupid. And so every once in a while, you will see a product that can be run on either 110 or 220. Dad had such a product. It was an air compressor. The way it was made to run on 110, but it could also be run on 220, and it would have been better to run it on 220, because I don't remember how many times this happened, but it happened at least once. Dad fired up his air compressor, and it was the only thing that was being used on that breaker, and it sucked out so much electricity that it tripped the breaker. And you know that it's got to be sucking out a lot of juice if it's the only thing being used and it trips the breaker. So it would have been better if Dad could have run it on 220. He would have had to have replaced the cord, but he could have run it on 220. Unfortunately, he used it in the basement, and there were no 220 plugs in the basement. Let me tell you something. My dad, he thought that I'm stupid. Yeah, he thought that I'm stupid. But let me tell you something about him. Now, I don't think he was stupid, but he was no Albert Einstein. You know what he did a very long time ago? He was using a 220-volt heater with frayed wires. The cord had naked wires. And he could have gotten my poor old mom killed. She was mopping the floor and accidentally touched the mop to those naked wires, and it shocked the hell out of her. And my brother, he was standing on the floor barefoot, and he got shocked too. He didn't get nowhere near as badly shocked as Mom did, but he did get shocked. It didn't hurt Mom, except it knocked her hearing out for about a month. So I'm not calling Dad stupid, but he was sure no Albert Einstein. Okay? Now, I hate to say this, but he wouldn't repair that cord because he's too cheap to go to the store and buy some electrical tape. And he thought that I'm stupid. Well, Dad, if you're up there in heaven listening, let me tell you, I'm not stupid. You thought that I'm stupid, but let me tell you something. I would never use a 220 heater with frayed wires. I wouldn't use a 110 volt product with frayed wires. That is just insane. You could have gotten Mom killed. And you thought I'm stupid? I'm not stupid, Dad. Well, this has been my video. Thanks for watching.